foretaste is now in our lifetime the order of day.
In our day and our time, we are grateful that you came to Mangu. You show us what we had only heard about. You show us that God is real and that God still answers prayers. When you came, our faith came alive again.
My name is KromyonDakai. I always tell that someday I will be a pastor. Your coming showed me that it is possible, sir. I will not give up. I will be a pastor, not just any pastor, but a pastor like you, sir. After the crusade, we send rice again. Some of our parents receive it. They come home with a handful. It may look small to some people, but to us it was a miracle. Now we can come to school with rice, not every day. So thank you for seeing us. Thank you for remembering our families.
Before the attack, before we become IDPs, some of us were not in school at all. Some of us stayed almost 2 years without school. We had given up on academy, but Sir Kromyon started this school for us in the IDP camp. And now, through this crusade, our faith is boosted again. We believe we will be great someday. We believe we will not end like those who did not get this opportunity.
We want to thank you for the food you sent in December. Some of us had already accepted that we would not eat rice on Christmas Day, but God remembered us, and He remembered us through you. We ate rice, sir. And when our teachers asked us how God answered prayer, we saw the answer with our own eyes. Thank you.
My name is Kinga. I want to be a doctor someday. Not just a rich doctor, but a doctor that blessed lives, just like you have blessed others. Please, sir, remember us in your prayer. Pray that we will not be cut short. We are told that people from our land hardly raised to global relevance, that our people fight one another's progress, but we are praying against it. Your coming has shown us that it is possible to be great and still bless lives. Pray for us, sir, that we will rise to global influence and break the statutes to the glory of God.
We pray with faith, even though we were tired, even though we are hungry, even though some of us had almost give up, and God answers us speedily through you. Sir, thank you.
Grateful for the scholarship you give to the youth of our land. Kai, there is hope for us. We are in a free school. Some of us are struggling just to finish our first level of education. But now we believe that someday we will also finish university. If God could use you to put in first class youth of Mangu on scholarship, then God can also remember us. We even bless a little girl like us on scholarship. Sir, God answer prayer. Thanks you for allowing God to use you.
We are deeply grateful for your coming. My name is KromyonDakai. I'm privileged to start this initiative. We basically run a free school for underprivileged children and adults. And like you heard from the children, even though some of them were struggling to read through this, when we met them about 2 years ago, some of them could barely even say a word in English language. They were just about their Hausa and their tribal languages. But we bless God that after a year, some of them after some months, they could say a word or two in English. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you and thank you. We believe that Mangu is not just a geographical location but a soul to be contended for. Yes, we have held monthly prayer stages and prayer outreaches, crying to God to raise men and women in politics, business, agriculture, carpentry, fashion, security, and every sphere of life. We believe God will answer this prayer by raising men under Mangu Skills Connect. We then give ourselves wholly to mentorship and discipleship, reaching widows, orphans, IDPs, and currently we run a free school for both underprivileged adults and children, believing that someday God will raise these men to fit into those spheres of life. Sir, there were moments when our faith was shaken, the needs were many, the demands were heavy. We thought of shutting down severally because of the burden of feeding the children, school uniforms, their medical bills, supporting their caregivers, and sustaining volunteers. They all felt overwhelming. But God kept us true, and God remembered Mangu. Through the labor of the twin evangelists, a call came through Evangelist Grace Sampson. We have witnessed things we never imagined we would see at a time like this. It was an almost immediate answer to prayer. That was the first rise intervention we sent. Sir, thank you for coming to Mangu. We are grateful to the twin evangelists for laboring across villages and communities. We are grateful to every father of faith and every laborer in this land. The days that we are spoken of are here. And we thank you, Apostle Micheal Orokpo, for being a vessel through whom these prophecies are being fulfilled in our days and in our time. We look forward to more of your coming, for ministerial recharges, for revival meetings that will sustain the fire in this land. It might interest you to know that after the crusade, many ministers testified of renewed fire for miracle services and evangelism. Personally, sir, I'm encouraged to exercise even greater faith in our city evangelism, many crusades and prayer outreaches to the most affected areas. That's the villages that have been ransacked by the crisis and the attacks. Once again, sir, thank you for coming. Mangu is grateful. The children are grateful. The IDPs are grateful. And we will never forget what God did through you. In the heart of Mangu, where the once vibrant rhythm of life was silenced by the roar of conflict, a community lay shattered. Homes were reduced to rubble. Families torn apart and the future hung precariously in the balance. But amidst the ashes, a flicker of hope remained. Mangu Skills Connect, an organization born from the belief in the transformative power of God and self-reliance, found itself thrust into the eye of a storm, a beacon of light in a sea of darkness. From our humble beginnings in 2019, empowering orphans and vulnerable youth with skills to build independent lives, we were now faced with a greater humanitarian crisis. We couldn't turn away. We knew that the handouts, the IDP camps, etc. were not the answer. We had to equip them with the tools to rebuild their lives, to reclaim their dignity. So we started enrolling 5 individuals. We taught them skills, believing that they could rise from the ruins, not as victims but as architects of their own destinies. So they had vocational skills to learn. We taught them financial literacy and modern day entrepreneurship. We taught them to not rely on a measure of rice or other relief materials, but get productively engaged and be givers too, not just receivers. We envisioned every underprivileged person become an employer of labor. The IDPs bouncing back bigger and better. So in no distant time, the number 5 quickly swelled daily to more than 200 IDPs. That was a testament to the desperate need and the unwavering spirit of the community. But amidst the adults being enrolled, the children were lost. Their futures already fragile were slipping away. They were not in school. They were not learning. They were simply surviving, and most of them at the mercy of trafficking and child labor, child abuse and more. We couldn't let their potential wither. We may not be able to help all. We may not be able to provide all the solutions, but we believe there is something we can do. So we started a school, a sanctuary of learning in a sea of displacement. We begged for scraps of wood, transforming them into makeshift classrooms. And surprisingly, over 150 children enrolled, their eyes wide with uncertainty. They gathered in a cramped trampoline hut. In fact, that was where some people were defecating. We had to every morning clean some of these things and teach these children, but their resilience was a silent testament to their strength. The conditions were very appealing. But the thirst for knowledge was undeniable, and we couldn't turn our eyes away. If we will not do it, who else will? Volunteers were scarce. Our resources were non-existent. All we had was the passion to do it. We were stretched beyond our limit, but the cries of the children and the silent pleas of the widows who were already learning with us fueled our determination. And as was our initial plan, we pleaded with the government. We took advocacies there. We were pleading that they should integrate the children into mainstream schools, but our pleas echoed in the empty corridors of bureaucracy. We were told to wait. We were told to write more letters. We were told to go and come back the next day. We were told to go and write the letter again and again, and our hopes were just fading with each passing day. We were fighting a battle on multiple fronts against both physical hardship and systemic indifference. And we won't believe it, the unimaginable happened. The very sanctuary we had built was taken away. We were evicted, told to leave, to abandon the only semblance of normalcy these children had. It was on a cold January. We found ourselves homeless. Our spirits broken but not defeated. We were pushed to the brink but we refused to break. But God, in His infinite mercy, provided a new sanctuary. That was the abandoned boys' hostel of MSS Mangu, which is where we are right now. So we rolled up our sleeves. We were clearing the overgrown wilderness. We were driven by the urgency of the children's return. They were to resume the next Monday, and that was on a Friday. So we printed banners. We redirected the children against all odds. School resumed. A day that should have been a tragedy became a testament to the unwavering spirit, a symbol of hope in the face of adversity. These children came dancing, they were happy. They didn't know the silent battles, but well, God has been fighting and is still fighting for us. We are now in a new place, but the needs are overwhelming. Is it the dilapidated zinc roofs that is still leaking water? Is it the unsecured windows and doors that we have had people breaking like tries just from January 2025 to April now? Or is it the inadequate staff? Is it the lack of toilets? These children are just messing the whole place, but what can we do? Almost 100 children. The people around are already complaining they are spoiling their farms and wares. Or is it the insufficient skills equipment? You need to see about 50 children on 1 kk. Or is it the no drinking water? Is it the inadequate learning materials? But yet the children learn. Their resilience a beacon of hope. Severally we have tried to shut down, but no. With the resilience these children are showing, if not us, who? And if not now, when? And if we don't do it here, where will we? And the widows, the young girls, their strength is a miracle. Almost 15 of them learning to rebuild their life, sharing only 2 sewing machines, creating beautiful bags and dresses against all odds. One of the machines was donated, the other one is borrowed, which means whenever the owner comes for it, we are left with only one. But their spirit is unbreakable. Their determination a testament to the power of human resilience. If only we had more machines, their potentials will be limitless. If only we had more resources, we could unlock their dreams. Some of them had the passion for shoemaking and kept making nice shoe tops because we sent them for a month's training. But there is no equipment to make the remaining parts. We are here because we believe in their future, in their potential to rise above their circumstances. We are here because we believe in the power of human resilience. But we cannot do this alone. We need your help. Yes, every donation, no matter how small, make a difference. It will provide a child with a desk, a widow with a sewing machine, a community with hope. In fact, it will be a seed planted in a fertile ground, a testament to the power of compassion. We welcome you on board to join us in transforming lives, to join us in building a future where resilience triumphs, where hope prevails. Your generosity will not only change lives, it will rebuild a community brick by brick and heart by heart. Together we can bring to reality the peaceful global society in love, in freedom and light, by reaching even the least with elite skills, discipleship and mentorship until a wholly vibrant and revived society. Dearest, you don't just fold your hands, roll up your sleeves and join us, because there is something you can do. And I ask you again, if not you, who? If not now, when? And if not here, where?